So we start our journey just past Leafy Grove on Beerchurch Hall Road, coming from the Mersey Road end, and you'll see this number here, I think it's 83, and you turn left in just by the 40-mile-an-hour sign if you're coming down Beerchurch Hall Road, or if you're coming from Monkwick bike path, you'll see us just at the end there as we go across the road. That's probably the most dangerous bit of the whole journey. So we're going to record a few clips of us going in and out. We've done a massive lot of exploration of Friday Woods over the last few weeks since lockdown, and we've discovered some really great cycle paths and ways around the wood. Finally, we're not getting lost. We actually know our way around, so that's really good. So this is the first one of the first rides, which is really good. It's about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, depending on how fast you bike. And yeah, just sit back and enjoy. So coming up on the left in a bit is the first gate to the left, which takes you down to a rope swing, and you can get into the back way of Friday Woods through the next turning on the left. We're going to go straight on though this time, as we are going to show you one of the most beautiful rides that we've discovered so far to start off with, just to whet your appetite. I guess just as a side note, I've lived in Colchester all my life, was well aware of Friday Woods and have walked around it quite a lot with the scouts, but obviously on foot it takes you a lot longer to get anywhere. Discovering the new rides through the forest has been a real eye-opener in terms of how the inner beauty of it unfolds. There's just so much to see, and just so many different paths and rides to discover. So as you see, we're continuing going on straight and going past quite a way up on this first part. Very shortly we're going to be hanging a right, and the only thing is, I guess, is getting your bikes over the stiles, and the gates can be a bit of an issue really with bikes. They didn't really design the forest for people to be biking through, which is a shame, but yeah, get by. So here we are coming up now on the first turn in on the right, which will take us to our first magical ride. Oh, look at that, the tandem bicycle there. And there we go. We'll just get through these gates. You see they're not very wide. We've got quite wide handlebars for the new mountain bikes. They're not that wide. And then yeah, that takes you to this area, which we're going to just zoom down here, and then we'll stop. So you can quite easily run past this one. You'll see a very small sign there, as it says on the screen, called Queensbridge. It's this little path just here to the right. So you take this path. The original path went off to the left, but a massive tree has fallen down. So we have to take this little right path, and this will lead us all the way on the first ride. So sit back and enjoy. Right, you'll see a path crossroads that we'll approach very shortly, and you can go left or right here as well, but for this particular ride we're going to go straight on. just coming up to it now. You see you've got two little paths, go to the left and right. So we're going straight across and continuing on. Right, we're just going to get up to the top of this little bit. We'll just take a quick breather, just catch our breath for a little while, and let Heidi catch up. She's not quite as fast as we are, and then we're going to crack on. It's quite fun on mountain bikes, this little bit. Lots of downhill little curves, but not too extreme. And this video hasn't been speeded up. This is all in real time. Good fun, this bit. Oh yeah. Ah, more mountain bikers. Hello. I'm not sure, but I can't remember. I think there's another bumpy bit coming up in a bit. Or is it mud? Mud. I'm just coming up towards the training ground. Having a quick breather. Just let Heidi catch up again. Okay, so you can go either path, left or right, just goes round. There's a lot of different paths like that where they join the main path again. You can go either way. You can't quite see at the moment, but on the right hand side, coming up in a bit, is the main training ground. So there's a big fence that you can see running along the side there, and there's a huge patch of green where I think they do some of the assault courses and things like that. There it is, that's just the end of it. So just in here you got left, right will take you to a road, and we want to be going down this path here. And it's just at the end of this path where I took the picture. You have to go left here, but today we're going to be going straight on. But at the end of this bit, if you turn left, that's where I took the picture of the image that was on Facebook. There we go, down to the left, that's there, and then today we're going to go straight on. And this gets quite narrow after we turn left at the end here. Oh yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot. Right, yeah, so you can see the path takes a right. We haven't gone that right way as yet, so I can't tell you exactly where that turns out. But this path leads down a really nice little area around the back of the woods. So I'll let you enjoy. just going to stop, have a little bit of a breather, and then we'll continue straight on here. And just at the end of this path, we'll come out on one of the main paths again. And for this particular ride, we're going to turn right here. And we get right down to the bottom of this next trail. Turn right, and this will be familiar for those of you who know coming in from the roadway of Friday Woods. There's the gate and the Bounstead Road. Car park's a bit further on if you went straight, or used to be the car park, but now we're going to go left again. And then we're going to zoom all the way along. Might speed this bit up. There goes Heidi and me. This is the fun bit. A big long hill, but we couldn't quite get up that much speed because of the people coming in the opposite direction. The more speed you get down here, the better it is for this long steep incline going up. This is where my son Toby had the cam fitted to his bike. He's pushing on through to get to the top, where we're going to have a quick slurp of water and a quick breather. I think weirdly enough we end up seeing those other mountain bikers that we encountered earlier. They came past us before we set off again. Now we're going to head straight up now, right towards the roadway. We'll explore some of these other paths with you on another ride. Heidi wanted another quick break again, so I'm going to quickly stop there. There she goes. And it's been great to see both of the children taking them on regular rides away from the screens when they're static for a lot of the time, either on computer chairs or on the couch, playing iPads as they do. Getting out for an hour, hour and a half, and Heidi couldn't go this far anywhere near before, so her leg muscles are definitely developing, and she can go for a lot further rides now. Her stamina's really got a lot better. So that's a real positive thing that's happened from this as well, and also from my perspective, my health and Toby's health. It's increased our lung capacities and really done us a lot of good. One thing we have been noticing is the amount of caterpillars this year. Has anyone else noticed that? It's just an absolutely amazing amount of caterpillars hanging down from trees. I'm finding them crawling out of all different places in my head and down my clothes after we come back from these rides, because they're all of these threads are hanging down. Now, yeah, we're just coming back up again to the main road part now, where we're going to go straight across. This is where you have to lift the bikes over the stile because you can't actually get that gate open. And this next ride through here is going to take us right the way down to the bottom of the park, and then we're going to go up to a place where we called Stig of the Dump, which is looks a bit like, if anyone's read Stig of the Dump, where he could have lived, and also it's a great place to go up and down the hills on your bikes there, as we'll demonstrate a little bit further on. Lots more people enjoying nature in the woods this time of year, and that's really good to see. So anyway, I'll shut up for a while, let you enjoy the ride down to the bottom of the gate. So another quite sort of steep bit, fun bit to go down. Just bear in mind there is a gate at the bottom. Pull up. And this one, lucky enough, is just a little loop over the gate, just to keep it shut. Obviously there's a lot of cows and stuff in the fields, so make sure if you do these rides or walks, please do shut the gates. There's various ways you can go there. Going off to the right is another exciting ride which will take you on. This one is going up to the left. It's a hill going up, and soon we'll be arriving at what we affectionately like to call Stig of the Dump. There's quite a few people like to play down here. My daughter loves to get down into that pit and look at all the stones and gravel, and there's a little bit down here where you can get some good fun on the hills. Just going to turn around and then I'll just take you down this first little bit. We've got to swap cameras over. Yep, so we've just swapped cameras. Toby's going off that way. Heidi's climbing the tree there. It's a fantastic climbing tree, that one to the left. Really, really good to climb up. And these are some of the hills that some of the guys that have been cycling along. You can see loads of use it's had. And then I'm just going to swap over the camera with Toby again in a minute, and I'll let him take you down one of the steepest hills and the really good fun one. He's just getting a little run up. There he goes down the hill. So we're heading on back towards which will be the back of Leafy Grove area, and at the end of this pathway you can turn left, and this will take you on another little back path which is quite good to a rope swing. This is usually back to front to how we do it, so we'll show you the other route the next time we come. This will be quite a familiar part for many people that come over with their dogs. certainly we find out, as a lot of it gets stuck in our tyres. So that right passage there that we've just gone past, that goes on to the back of Leafy Grove, and this is our little area here. Just a quick pause while we let Heidi catch up. And the turning here, which you can quite easily miss, is just on the right by this big oak tree, and this will take you down another little crazy cut through the forest. This is quite narrow in parts, and we do often get other people on mountain bikes coming the other way towards you, or walkers, so just make sure that you keep your ears and eyes open and your hands on the brakes ready to pull up. This is very dense, but quite fun. Lots of dips and hills. Quite little steep bits to get over with lots of roots there. And at the end of this path, this is where we come up to the rope swing, which did have a piece of wood in it, but seems to have lost that now, and there's got two bits where you can put your feet in. I'm just coming up to that now. So about this point in the journey, Heidi's always wanting to have a go on the swing, so we always let her have a go, and she wanted to show you what it was now like, so there she goes. Have a couple of swings. There's also another back area which you can see straight through there at the back, where it goes through to the estate, Leafy Grove. But we're going to go on another little pathway, which you can see just to the right of that tree has been made, which will come out onto the fields. I think mostly it's quite tight for those that have got slightly wider handlebars coming along here. And just a quick cross a little brook. You have to hoist your bike up on this bit. I'm just going to give this a really big speed up in a minute, because it's you can see where you need to get to, but it's quite a boring journey just over a plain field really. So we'll massively speed this up. So we're out of Friday Woods now. We're just going to show you, in case you are local and you don't know this little bit exists. You can see we are on Bounstead Road now, just at the first roundabout after Leafy Grove. I'm going to check both ways, make sure the coast is clear. Yes, it is. That's just this little part on the pavement, just to get to the cycle path, which starts again now. For those of you who are saying, you should have been on the road. And literally we'll be back into the woods again now. But this isn't Friday Woods, this is just the woods that are backing onto some of the estate. and the way we like to go back home through the woods rather than the other track, although we do go back the other way sometimes, which we'll show you. Thank you. On the next video we'll go down our big long cycle track from Monkwick. So yeah, last sort of few weeks of going out on the bikes has been really good exercise, but just nice to be able to discover lots of little areas that you wouldn't have done otherwise, potentially, that are right on your back doorstep. And it's been, as I said, great for getting those lungs and heart beating away, breathing some decent oxygen for a change, and just getting the kids away from the screens. So I thought I'd share it. I've got a few of my customers that are both wheelchair bound and house bound as well, and I thought it'd be nice to share it with those that can't get out as well, to kind of almost feel in the virtual way that you're going on a cycle ride, which is good mentally. And there we go, we're back at the estate, nearly home. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and yeah, tune in for the next episode, which we shall do pretty soon. Bye for now.